And off we go from Denver. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the returner down to a knee. And this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Stroud. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. But you look at this Bronco defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Ben Sinnott with his first career NFL. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. But for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Kenneth Walker, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Got a man. It's Brown. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Stroud. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Pacheco is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us?
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Evan Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Broncos had a struggling 3-13 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket.
While into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And Stroud now to throw. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Stroud looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Odafe Oweh. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Stroud to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Here's Stroud. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Final play of the half, Stroud. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Here's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Throwing now is Stroud. A short throw to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
To throw again on second down. Stroud. He targets Ingram for another grab. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will put them on top here in the third. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. That second down play nets a -4. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory down at the 31. Running right, here's Walker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. At the 8-yard line. Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Wilson going to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play though.
And my goodness, another interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 40 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Moody good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this one fielded in the end zone. It will be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Dancing to his left. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. They'll look to throw now on first down. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Sticking with Walker on second down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now Stroud. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Wilson. And Thomas has it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest, and a first down. Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Stroud. Able to find Jones. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Here's Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Stroud to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Michael Dana in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coach to always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And they will take a knee here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Denver, they finish off the season with a victory, which is the good news. The bad news,